What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Geekset Rewind. I'm your host, Didge, and with me, as always, I got my man's Bacardi and Big Mike. As you know, we are still trekking through with Blood Sea, an anime with the main character Seiya as a schoolgirl by day and fighting demon at night. So follow along with us as we check through episodes 3 and 4.
Boy, you dead. She finna let this nigga die!
Oh!
Dog, you just sitting there!
She gave no fucks.
Dog, she let this baker die, bro.
Bro, I feel like they thought I feel like they thought going in like we coming out the gate 2 seasons.
On what?
And just
Cause I mean that's what I'm saying. This episode didn't do nothing still.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We're literally a quarter of the way through it, and ain't much happened.
She's had another mission.
Watch episode 4.
Only thing that happened in this episode, we saw an actual human being die.
And he got fucked up.
Like, that's about it. But I've been waiting to see these kids getting slapped against the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that train demon thing still threw me off. Cause it's like, what the fuck is that?
Bro, yeah, I'm mad the demon was a train.
I'm mad that nigga ain't get him sooner.
Oh yeah, was there a movie Ghost Train?
There is a movie from on IMDb called Ghost Train that came out in 2013, but it don't count because it's a short. It's a short.
Oh, it's short.
Yeah.
I mean, she work at.
My
thing is like, is it always a fucking demon every night? Damn, like
you don't get no type of social life.
Like, damn, ain't no days off. Like, pops in you out.
You gotta get everything done by 6 o'clock.
Right.
I be trying to find a source. Like, nigga, give me a weekend. I'm gonna put an 8-hour shift in. Like, I ain't going.
Just do that all day. On what? Just do that all day.
Oh shit, it's multiple.
What's a gang of these motherfuckers? Oh, he ate the fuck out that nigga. Oh my god.
This nigga can't even run that fast. You gotta waddle out the water, nigga. Like, she letting these niggas die, bro. I don't like her.
Bro,
I'm about to say.
I don't even think that was that her? Oh yeah, okay. Bro, they got her
skipped her ass. I ain't got her on the pier, nigga. Skipped her to the pier.
Had her in the air like a Petey Pablo t-shirt, nigga.
Definitely was
North Carolina, their ass,
for real.
So why you gotta take so long to do all that?
Man, I told you she
didn't have to die, fam.
She gotta be on like 5% energy, and then it's like kicked in.
Yeah, I don't know. The dude behind her did.
No, he threw that nigga down like he was trash.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want these weak ass white meat anyway.
He was playing dominoes. Like, oh.
Hey, that was definitely when you got that cut.
On what though? Like,
threw that nigga down like you gonna keep. He threw that nigga down like you gonna keep fuck with me while I'm trying to eat. Like, fuck this food. Fuck it then,
he
man.
definitely did. She looked sad.
Hell yeah,
he got slammed.
He got slammed down.
They Gwen, what was her name? Amazing Spider-Man. Gwen Stacy. They Gwen Stacy this ass, nigga.
Bro, how is she walking with? She got acid thrown at her. Her back got ate open. Like,
Fam,
Demon
I
Slayer
can't
power,
tell
bro.
she healing or
Right, Demon Slayer power, bro. Ain't no blood dripping off her.
she want answers now though.
Oh yeah, Pop's got to answer for something. I wonder if the teacher knows she be fighting demons. That's why
I told you. I think the teacher knows something, dog.
Like she used to be a former demon slayer herself or some shit.
So it's probably just some underground organization.
Unless she like a good demon, she'll fuck around to be a demon, but like a good demon. She helps sense out other demons.
I mean, I feel like they all know something. Like I think the father, of course.
The father, he know plenty shit.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, the cafe dude, like asking her, like, you let me know something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? And the teacher be on her ass too, like.
They just a town of like demon slayers. They the retired ones.
The OG demon slayers on what?
This motherfucker definitely dragging though.
Fam, we at least we got some type of something this episode.
I mean, they're starting to kill people.
I mean,
now.
this was better than episode 3.
Yeah. I want to see what the preview for episode 4 will be.
That look like a filler.
That's definitely gonna be filler. Yeah.
It might not be. Maybe
that's
we'll
damn near. What's the episode where they all be in the same room the whole episode?
Just like a flat.
A bottle. Was it a bottle? What they call it? A bottle episode where it's like the motherfuckers be in the same room the whole time.
In the same place.
Yeah, it's like they just in the same episode the whole time.
I guess let's get into it. Let's start off episode.
The Bourne episode 3. The Bourne episode.
We gotta start off.
The episode that made everybody question what the fuck we was going.
Right.
We gotta start off with episode 3. So, I mean, it seemed like filler. I mean,
definitely filler.
It just, I agree with you. I feel like we did watch the second episode, and at the end of it, what they showed as the preview was not what we saw in the third episode.
Matter of fact, we can check that real quick.
Check the previews, yeah.
Like, I just feel like it just wasn't in there. But
so do I? How would I? Cause I think this is just gonna try to start playing episode 5.
I think it's gonna start. Then you're gonna hit back to go back to it. But
I feel like what we were promised didn't happen.
That's why it didn't make any sense. So it's like I feel like it was just another. It was just a third episode of just another like.
I mean,
there was no backstory, and the only thing that they added was the small tease of the talking.
And I guess the shop guy going, like the baker going missing. So at least with that, we were able to see something of like, hey, some shit's going down.
Right, because I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, what also was the sign too was, which I don't know.
Extra, so we could check those out after.
Which I don't know if they did is. Remember this one, the train one didn't appear on the father's radar.
Yeah, that's right. He said it didn't show up on. I guess they look at the 8 trigrams to.
So I mean, but that's what I'm saying. I wonder if that's what it is. I think he's. Something else is going on. Like now it's different. Like he probably been sitting there for regular work, and she like they talking now, and you know what I'm saying. Like you ain't even noticed what was coming.
Right.
So it's like he probably really getting that face. Like man, what the fuck is going on? Right
Yeah.
now? You know what I'm saying? Like.
So I mean, we got the end of episode 2 going because I swear that was not what we were promised.
Yeah,
I know it's been a while between the two,
right.
but it's
I just gotta rewatch it.
No.
This is pretty much it.
No, yeah, all this was there.
Yeah, all this was there. Yep. Yeah.
I don't remember that
part.
Oh,
okay, that part we didn't see.
So there was
So unless they was on some Marvel shit
where they showed certain parts
that just
did
wasn't.
we not see it? Like, I mean, I wonder if we make sure we actually watched it uncut last time. Like, what is the difference between the uncut?
I mean, it's set for. I guess you do Japanese uncut, so it's set for those.
So I mean, is it uncut? It's uncut, and what's the other version? Just like regular? What is it called?
No,
it's only just uncut.
So.
Oh yeah, they definitely. I feel like I don't know.
So I mean, it felt such like filler. Like she took her friends to the coffee shop. They had some fucking coffee and coffee and cakes, and then she fought a demon at night.
Like if it's finally starting to escalate,
which definitely just jump ahead real quick. Episode 4 was definitely an escalation from episode 3.
Oh yeah, way better.
But I mean, you can see the build. Yeah. But I mean, you can see the build up. Like the first 2 episodes were
she was just going out at night.
It was just working. I mean, but it's what we described what the show is. Like she's by day
shrine work.
By day she's a schoolgirl, and by night she works. So it's like the 3rd episode was her doing something with the kid, with her friends at the cafe place, and then that first notice of somebody coming in saying like the baker's missing.
Somebody.
Right.
Like, so do you think that? Because I know you posed the question: does she have to do this every night? Do you think she wasn't gonna have to go out that night until she found out about that?
Right. I would think because I mean, from the first 2 episodes, the dad always updated her, letting her know what's going on.
Right. So
he didn't even know. So she kind of came back saying about the baker missing, and he was like, "It's probably somebody you need to go take a look for." So she really, like, even for that episode, she pretty much just scoured the city to see if she could find
something, right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you don't know, you didn't know where he was at.
Him because she let fam die.
Yeah, she let fam die.
We do need to talk, like, she let that nigga die.
Now, my thing is, did she let fam die so the demon could, like, fully manifest itself so she could see what the fuck it was? Or was it just, I don't know who he is, but it's like, all right, I'm going to let the demon get his
his
feet
last
on,
meal.
and then I'm off the dude. So it's like,
I mean, I guess I feel like it was bait. I mean, I feel like she probably. I mean,
It
she
was
probably
bait.
didn't know. She probably didn't know what the hell. She don't even watch TV. So I was like,
Right.
how you know what a train is coming down? You
I
know
mean,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that threw me. The fact that it was a train.
one
Yeah.
single thing too, one single cart or
Yeah.
whatever.
So like that definitely threw me.
Yeah.
So I mean, her coming in, her doing that. I was like,
Episode 5 looked nuts. Big
Yeah.
eyeball thing.
but I mean, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like it escalated. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. I feel like we started getting the two things that we were kind of talking about before when I like something got to change, like in
Right.
atmosphere, and it was a missing person and the fact that the father couldn't determine where this monster came from.
Right.
So that was kind of like, it was a very subtle, like, escalation or, like, problem. You know what I'm saying? Because everything was always so peaceful. That's what I'm saying. Like, even for them, even for the kids before they got to the place, we're talking about it so quiet and so whatever. And then you get the cop coming in like, yeah, we ain't seen the baker in 2 days. Like, so it's
Yeah.
like, but it's just, it definitely because, and that's what I'm saying, it got to be just because I don't know what we was expecting from the second episode ending, but it definitely had took us to a look.
I remember something about the family secret. I'm not going like I'm not.
But read this.
going-
Read the tagline for this episode. For
So-
episode 5. No, for episode 5.
Yeah, I know. I was reading that. So I was gonna talk. I was gonna jump that at the end because I wanted to jump to look at what we can sort of expect from reading those
Right.
from the episode. But that brings up a good point. So it's just like I said. Yeah, I swear we saw something about the family secret.
I swear we did too.
Like
I swear we
I
did.
can't.
I don't know what, but I swear we did too. So,
Okay,
I mean,
so at least I'm not crazy.
so I mean, but I also feel like I was kind of mad. Like I feel like the train demon was a very easy kill for her father to be like, you know what I'm saying, like be careful and whatever. Like,
Well, it could have also been, remember, he didn't know.
It wasn't on his radar.
Yeah, it wasn't on his radar, so he didn't know what it was going to be.
Right.
And it might not have been because I think
So I wonder if it's because it was a train. That's why it didn't show up on the radar because it was a train.
Yeah, but because it's always moving.
Yeah.
Because he seemed just shocked. So I'm assuming if it's not showing up on my radar, maybe he sees up to a certain strength.
Right.
So he's like, if this ain't on my radar, shit,
it might be.
this
Yeah, I can
must
see that.
be.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I
too.
mean, it gave her some hits. I mean, but she always catches a few hits.
I mean, yeah. But I feel like her killing him, as big as this motherfucker was, like,
It's still too easy.
she killed him too easy, fam. Like,
I would definitely agree with that.
so I mean, it also could, like you said, like maybe she is that strong, and it's just the demons.
Maybe this
she
is just a
definitely got
tier
hands
1.
put on her.
Maybe this
She
is just a
definitely
tier
got
1
four.
demon, like a tier
That
tier
too.
1 demon.
Yeah, maybe like we don't know what the strength. What we don't know what her strength is,
Yeah.
to be honest. Because
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, and I feel like her strength is like, I don't know, fam. It's really toughness. It's a heavy.
Yeah,
toughness.
because she been through a lot.
Yeah, like it's a heavy toughness.
lot.
So I can't. So I mean, yeah, like third had us. I think, like I said, because of the vision that we thought third was supposed to be. That's what made everybody like. Yeah, that's what made everybody kind of question and look for everything. But third, like if you want to say that the start of the story started it would be in the third episode. You know what I'm saying?
I guess
Started
you
whatever.
could typically think that with an anime. It
Yeah.
takes about 2.5 episodes
For
for things to get rolling.
Yeah.
I mean, we've definitely seen those animes, of course,
Yeah.
where shit comes in off the jump, just reckless. But that's not always the case. It's sort of there are some of the animes I really like do ease you in, and I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, though, it was the fact that I swear we saw something.
Yeah, I mean, I swear, family secrets. Maybe that wasn't the name of the show, which I didn't pay attention to.
I didn't pay attention to the name.
To the word, like the words or whatever as it was going by, but maybe it said something.
Said something in it. Yeah, that could be very true. But I mean, overall, episode 3, like you said, it was one of those ones. I feel like if that episode wasn't there, I don't think it provided too much to the story, other than the honor your covenant thing or whatever he's like.
Right, honor the covenant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Honor the Covenant.
that would actually be a 3. So they actually came in 3. It was the missing guy, the missing baker, the
train demon.
the train demon that was under the radar. That was
like they're called Barons, I guess.
yeah, but Baron, Elder Baron or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's the missing baker, the train that was under the radar, and the fact that the Baron talked.
Yeah.
So
because
those
she was
three
super
things,
shocked by that, and I really do think that the dad knows something.
Oh yeah.
Because immediately he tried to shut her down, and saying, what are they to you? Like, they're your enemies. Don't let them psych you out, basically. And it's like, you know something. You don't want to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely going to get I think that's going to be a bigger answer. That's going to be a shocking answer before anything.
I mean, yeah, because then they were showing, like, whatever, like, I don't know if those are supposed to be flashbacks or, like, she's just catching somebody else's memories. But, like, they were showing somebody else who the hair looked similar to hers, but it didn't look exactly like hers.
Yeah, that's what you would think is her mom.
That's what I'm assuming.
But in the first episode, I think, remember, she had the flashback, and he was like, were you able to grab the sword this time or something? She was like,
she was trying to grab the, she was not, it was the
light or whatever.
Yeah, it was like the
light
feather
like,
or whatever.
Were you able to grab it? She's like, I still couldn't grab it, so
there's something
so he
with
knows,
that.
like, that's what everybody's questioning, because she's so happy-go-lucky, you know, ditzy and everything, so everyone wants to really figure out if something triggers her. Like I said, I feel like the dad, the teacher, the cafe, like the coffee's house dude, all like she gonna trigger at some point. Like we know something's gonna really like.
I don't know how much the cafe guy knows. I don't think he knows too much. I think he's just interested in her.
I said he just like her. He just likes her.
I think he's just the teacher. I do think that she knows something.
Yeah,
because she be too lenient on her being late.
Yeah, like she.
Time. So it's like
as if you already know why you late. Like you was out working.
It was like you was doing your thing, right?
Like I guess now we can even jump into episode 4. There wasn't really too much to talk about with episode 3.
No, yeah,
like just even jumping into episode 4 right at the end where she was like, it's nice out, nothing happened today, and it's like, well, that's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
If you don't know that what could potentially happen.
Yeah. So I mean, so I'm just saying, like, so like episode 4, like the teacher definitely. From when, because that's what it was. That was in 3 too. Like everybody
was her and the teacher. I couldn't remember if that was 3 or 4. I was obviously watching them back to back.
3, because 3, the beginning of 3 was when the teacher crept up on her.
Okay.
Being creepy, like, are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
You tell me whatever, and I like you too. Like, I think 3 was both with them, like the cafe dude. And
I know
the
it definitely was him.
We're creepy, trying to figure out, like, are you okay? Like, you know, like they trying to figure out if like something going down with her, or whatever.
Right.
So it's like you said in the ending of 4. Having that remark, like that was something different that she's never said, and like they've been trying to create a constant, you know what I'm saying, and now everyone's acting different in a way, you know what I'm saying,
right?
So it's like to get that comment is like, so I mean 4 definitely took off. Yeah,
4 was definitely the better of the two. I mean, it jumped in where they had, she was still trying to figure out, what is this honor the covenant. And between that, they knew that means something more was happening. It wasn't It wasn't necessarily the same old, like you said. It wasn't just business now.
Right.
Now it's something. Something's out there. Something's clearly looking for something or trying to do something, and we got to kind of figure out. Add it more of like a mystery element.
Yeah, I mean, even though like the mysterious voice that's like describing and showing those images, like we don't know where that's coming from. Like I feel like whoever
at the beginning of the very first episode. And it was at the very beginning of it. I think it was actually even before the first intro music. Because I remember that. And he didn't say the exact same thing. But I remember the scene with the, I don't know if they're like ornaments or whatever, but I remember the scene of the ornaments floating up and everything.
Yeah. So I was going to say, like, but that voice hasn't matched anybody in the show yet.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so that's why I said I can't tell. That's why I couldn't tell if maybe the voice was the demon in 4 that was really, really talking to her. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought it was the eagle-looking thing. I thought that was. I don't think
so. It didn't seem like it didn't seem like it matched me.
Because he was like, she'll be like, "Oh, he controls them," and then he kind of like rebutted something that kind of was like, "Oh, okay."
So I mean, it sounds like it's because that's why I said it could have been either him, like the person that's doing the monologues throughout the episode. Could be speaking through through the ego demon or whatever, or that's all. Like that's what to me just the voice of like that monologue part and the voice of the ego didn't match.
I didn't think it did either, but I mean,
but that's what like if it's just more demons talking,
right?
Type shit, yeah. Now I think these demons were like tier 2 demons.
I think at least the eagle-looking one, because I think the other one they were so mindless. I think it was just the fact that
he controlled them.
He could control them.
Mm-hmm.
They could spit acid.
Yeah,
I'm not going how she can just walk. Her back opened up from the acid.
Yeah, they definitely showed it peer through. Like I'm like, dog, is she finna be paralyzed? Like
her back opened up.
So that means there's got to be some type of power. There's a set of powers that she has that they haven't talked
We definitely
about
know
yet.
she has some kind of regenerative
She has
power
to,
because she
come
goes back to school the next day healed.
Good,
She
good to
come
go.
back like
Right.
ain't shit
And
happened.
we
No
already saw that
bandages,
she
no
hoop-
nothing.
that she can literally do all this shit at night and go the next day and hoop on
right.
niggas. So
And-
she definitely
right.
back in shape. So that's why I was like, I don't. It got. They not talking about what's. That's what makes it weird though, because she's still so ditzy about like fam, you not dying. Like you getting pain and you wake up the next day and you just heal. Like it's not question. That's not. It doesn't worry you a little bit. Like
I mean, everything about this is so shrouded in mystery so far. Like, and that's the one thing that I'm a little bit frustrated about. Is like, we're a quarter of the way. Even if they expected more, we're a quarter of the way through the first season.
right.
So I didn't see anything. Like I said, I don't know. I was telling you guys that it didn't seem like it had the greatest reviews. People weren't too high about it, but it didn't seem like it was something that got canceled mid-season.
Yeah.
So you would think that they would have, even if they had the hopes of going beyond one season, that they were like, okay, well, let's at least tell an encapsulated story for one season, and then know, there's still that whole full story, for everything else. But I don't even feel like we're getting that.
Is it? Is this?
Because I mean,
is
we
this a
don't even
manga
understand
too?
what Blood Sea even has to do with the story.
I think so. Yeah, it is. But I mean, so I don't know if it was supposed to because it continued into like. Let me pull it back.
It continued into movies.
It continued
Remember I said
into
Oh
movies.
yeah. Bacardi did.
But
say
it's
about
like,
movies.
I mean, it doesn't.
Unless they go
seem
pull
like
some
it's
Dragon Ball Z shit off and just wait 9 years and be like, all right, here goes season 2. I'm telling you,
Matter of fact, one of the films
didn't even drop.
The first one, Blood Sea: The Last Dark. That was the first film. It was the conclusion of that. So that was supposed to be the conclusion.
So
of
damn.
this.
So we need to watch that.
Then
So
next,
that may mean that motherfucker did get canceled.
So did it get? And I can't see anything. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't. I have more questions than answers, and I just feel like being a third of the way through a season, you should still have a lot of questions because a lot of shit can happen.
But some of the questions should have been answered.
Yeah,
by
there
now.
should be.
Yeah.
We should at least have a sense of where we are.
Yeah,
and
that makes
I think that's where my frustration with this is.
No, I can see that.
I mean, that's gonna be definitely like the halfway point is pretty much the 5 and 6 episodes. So
Yeah,
it's like
so that's why
by 6 episodes, you should at least know. You should know who the villain is. You should know.
Yeah, we have no idea. Like we have no idea. Like going into this episode, we didn't know anything. Then when the eagle-looking demon was kicking her ass, I was like, okay, he finna be the main villain.
No, I didn't give him main villain, but I feel like he was
at least
finna
in
be
the
like.
seasons
I
ago.
gave
At
him
least in the
I gave him
seasons ago.
next tier villain, but I wouldn't.
I
say
figured because you gotta figure.
But I saw because she still didn't go red eyes through it. I'm like,
Right.
dog, you out here getting slashed at. Like when it was more funnier to me to see the little green things find her and her shit
Family, they
than
was kicking
spitting
her
on her.
ass.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, fam, you just ain't going red. Like, so when she didn't. There hasn't been a scenario yet
where she went red
when she
eye
went red eyes
still
and
got her ass
had a struggle. So it's like. That's why I'm like, when she was getting her ass whipped, I'm like, she ain't even red eyes yet. So I'm like, I don't know if that means that she can hold out longer with them. Like, I'm
not
stronger
gonna
than
lie,
them.
I thought
Like,
maybe something with the acid just was like, look, you hurt more than you giving on. Film the acid.
and maybe the red eye, maybe the red eyes like completely heals her or some shit too. Like, maybe we don't know what that is too. Like, maybe that's why
the
she got to
thing.
take
We
all
have
the fucking ass
We have
whoop.
no answers. Like we don't know anything about her family. We like everything with this is shrouded in so much mystery, and it's like usually I like a good mystery, but at least give some type of hints. We have nothing.
Maybe that's why it didn't last. Maybe they were trying to like really like the whole season was gonna probably just be her getting to the point of like whatever, you know what I'm saying, like whatever, like learning about this demon world and shit going on, and then the second season would have been like, oh, we like how they did Attack on Titan, like you got all this Attack on Titan first season, the second season was like the father, like what was going on, you know what I'm saying?
Even with Attack on Titan, because that was one thing I wanted to bring up is how does this fare towards some of the other animes that start off in mystery? Because it's like, you know, like thinking about like the Naruto, like where you know you didn't get much on his backstory initially.
I mean, they still don't really give you a backstory. I mean, they gave you.
They gave you enough.
I mean, I think Naruto's backstory was enough because you started the show. If you watched the original Naruto, like you're saying,
Well,
you
that's what I'm saying.
started
It's
you started the show with everybody not liking him. So it was like the first thing you asked him, like, why these motherfuckers don't like him? I don't want to be around him.
You know, but then as it went on, it sort of even before you got that big reveal of why they didn't like him, you were getting hits bit and pieces.
Yeah. Like, it took a long time for you actually to see the Nine Tails.
Yeah.
And what was actually, like, why they don't like dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't early
But,
in
I
the
mean,
season.
I hate to compare this to something like that because Naruto, because obviously one number of episodes and everything. But even if you look at stuff that only had the one season, well, let's go High School of the Dead. That's something that had the one season.
That shit was cold.
But they went into action. I don't feel like it was on miss. We don't know why the zombies were there.
Yeah, that shit went in action ASAP.
That just was action.
Didn't we? Because it was a virus.
But we didn't. I'm saying like that was it. Like that's any zombie movie.
But I
That's
mean,
it.
what else do you need to know? Like
How it got there.
Yeah, because all they knew was that they died, and as soon as they died, they turned to a zombie. That's all
it
we
was
knew.
a virus. I mean,
That's all we knew.
That's what I'm saying. That plot's easy, so you can't use that.
that's
As,
fair.
There's no mystery to a zombie.
That's
plot.
fair. I'm trying
you know
to
what I'm
think.
saying?
Maybe that's something we'll bring next episode. Cause I'm curious to how it compares to other mysteries. I feel like
It's definitely not doing its job. Like I think,
and that's my point. I don't think it's really doing its job.
no.
I think it's gonna turn up though.
Unless
I
I'm
really
saying,
hope
unless it's
so.
gonna be one of those shows where it's like them last 4 or 5 episodes.
'Cause,
That's when
I
shit
mean-
hit the fan.
But I mean, like you said though, if the movie that came out
So,
supposed to
yeah,
be the
it says-
conclusion,
it says
then
that
I'm
the
assuming
movie-
this really gonna probably end. This season's probably gonna end on a hellified cliffhanger.
Because the first movie, so there were 3 movies. Oh, there's an anime.
We gotta find these.
So the first live action film was called Blood Sea Another Story. There's an anime. Oh no, the anime film is the one. Blood Sea The Last Dark. It was an anime film that is set 6 months after, which so it's supposed to be the
Continuation or
Yeah.
the conclusion?
Damn near both.
I guess the continuation and conclusion.
Yeah.
Because then it had a stage play. I don't think we're gonna ever watch that. I don't know where you
Doubt
can
it.
find
Right.
that.
You know,
Then they had something called Asura Girl, Blood Sea Another Story. That was in 2017. That was a live action.
That was like the new Slayer.
Yeah, it must have, because the fact that it's called Another Story must have been.
yeah, they probably took another idea.
Right.
Then they had 2 more live action films called Blood Club Dolls 1 and Blood Club Dolls 2.
Okay.
There was something related to it called Blood the Last Vampire. That was another anime film.
Blood the Last Vampire.
Have you watched Blood Plus? That's another anime series.
I've seen that, but I haven't watched it. So they're all part of the same thing?
It says it's related, and out of that's all it really gives.
I wonder if it's related to the word blood.
I hope not.
Because I mean, but the Dolls one you just mentioned was part 1 and 2. I did see that in the Wikipedia of the Blood Sea.
Okay. So, I mean, I with reading this, I don't think we're going to get a conclusion. Like, that is something I don't see it.
Yeah, but I think that's what it was. So I think they probably got overzealous on trying to give us going to give us a really strong story of mystery that it really is. Like, it really is.
Resonate. Just
yeah.
People are probably like how we
I'm trying to think when this come out. Like, what was it?
2011. So, what was new around then?
I can't even think. 2011.
I can't either.
But I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like this would have fell in my category if I'd have been watching anime where it'd been like by 3rd episode, I'd be like, ah.
But see, and that's
I'm
the
good.
thing. You got to figure 2011, it wasn't streaming like how this is now. There wasn't you can see this on Funimation. And
So you had to be salty.
so that's the thing. Yeah, you real life had to wait a week. Like, yeah, we're waiting because we want to do it for this. But it's like, you had to.
Yeah.
And imagine, we saw 3 and 4 back to back. If we would have saw 1, then 2, then 3, and you had to wait that week, you pissed
And then you
for an
got to
entire
3
week.
too, especially if you really thought you saw something in the 2 episode. Like,
So, I mean, I think it's sort of that. Like, I think that's sort of why. And
that could be why they lost their charm early, because it was like, from that back then. That's why I
I'm
probably never got
curious
renewed.
after we finish the season, though, then to watch the anime movie, which I'm curious. Like, they have the extras. Let's see what. So are these just?
These is clips.
Yeah, it looks like it might be.
Yeah, look, 'cause that's like the fight clip.
Yeah. So okay.
So we're definitely gonna have to stream it, like ghetto stream.
Yeah, we'll have to find it somewhere. Maybe it'll be on like a Netflix or something. But one other thing I wanted to look
I
at
see.
is I wanted to look at sort of the
6 is the clip.
6.
I wanted to look at
6
sort of
is-
with the so 5 and 6. That's what we're gonna watch next week, obviously.
Yeah.
So with 5,
5 signs gonna be another filler.
Yeah, I
think
feel like
so?
I feel like she.
Because even how they say that it's gonna give us something to the past.
I'll say it's
from
gonna
her
be one of those
story.
fillers where it's a filler, but it still
Something happens.
it's still related to the story.
because I'm curious about that. So I'm gonna just read it. Just so when the gym class is canceled due to bad weather, the students take turns telling ghost stories. That's filler for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But then it goes on to say, to Saya's surprise, the story her teacher tells may hold the secrets of her past and a mysterious covenant between humans and elder barons. Again, that goes back to me saying I think the teacher is something more than just a teacher.
Because the covenant is like some type of agreement and shit, right?
Yeah, so something happens. So the teacher, whatever story that she's telling, has to do with that honor the covenant. Yeah. So why would this teacher just randomly know that story?
Yeah,
because she a former Slayer. I swear.
I don't know if she's a Slayer. I just feel like she's probably
she knows
somebody.
Something.
Or she got family who was an elder barn or Bane, whatever that shit is.
So it's like I'm
because I feel like we're gonna get to the point where they're gonna try to say the elder barns were humans too.
It could be that's.
But we also know that Saya doesn't feel like she's human, so we don't know really where she's from either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then just moving into episode 6.
Yes.
Definitely.
Taxi Shrine.
Matter of fact, there we go. So we know for sure episode 6 is where everything jumps. I mean, I kind of wish now that we didn't look at that, but it's like
I know it's gonna come. I just
gonna
knew it was
eventually.
coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we knew
eventually.
what was gonna happen. So just to give, I guess, read the synopsis again. The Elder Baron's gonna attack the shrine, and one of Saya's friends gets killed. So then they cancel school out of fear for the student's safety. And one of her friends is wandering the streets, and why does her shadow seem to have a life of its own? So that definitely seems like where things are going to.
So it might be two. It might be 2 deaths.
Yeah,
because they saying that they closed the school down because of a death, and then but someone's still wandering the streets where everybody where you supposed to be like in the house.
So it seems like that's where things are going to take off. Oh, all right.
Definitely you.
But yeah, it's under the couch now. So, I mean, I guess that goes along with the whole ramping up. We said episode 3 was sort of starting to get up. Episode 4 was a little bit more.
So I mean, 5
5
got the weird eye.
So 5 is gonna probably give us just more background. So 5 is gonna feel like 3. It's gonna be another little taste.
Which I hope it doesn't do that. Like the whole, all right, we're gonna give you a lot of action. Take a step back. Give you a lot of action.
Yeah.
Take a step. Like I don't need that.
If that could be why people didn't, would like it. I mean, I don't like that. Like I mean, if I'm watching anime, if you gonna stay
once the action starts, let me just continue with it.
Like let me make it feel like let me feel like it's the actual arc. Like when it start, then that's the arc. Then like y'all finna give me number action and suspense and figuring shit out, and then once it's cooled down again, it's because y'all completed that mission. You feel like
right. So, I mean, like I said, next episode is definitely the mid-season check, too, where I'm curious to know, how do y'all feel, after that first half? I mean, it sounds like, just based off of our talking from these episodes, we're probably all a little on the same page of it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
It'll be interesting to see
I feel like the next week's episode
is going to make it or break it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be either this.
Well, I mean, after I see 6, I'm probably gonna be all for it.
Cause the eye demon got me. It's like I feel like that's gonna be some fucked up shit.
But see, that's where my fear comes in. Of just from what we saw so far, it's like we see these. What if these are the highlights? And that's what I'm afraid of.
I mean,
I could be wrong.
We could be wrong. I mean, I think it's good. I think by 6. It's still gonna be an iffy situation, but I think it's gonna be still enough to want to continue.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I now knowing that there's that anime movie that is the conclusion of it, I want to truck through it regardless, because I'm assuming then the movie has to be great.
I mean, yeah.
Or at least
Or at least
somewhat
good.
better. I'll say at least
good.
somewhat
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
I don't want to get my hopes up and say great.
At
It
least
should be at
somewhat
least
better.
good.
Right.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like maybe what they did with the idea of the anime, like the idea of how they drew it out and set it, it just was the bad idea. Because I mean, the fact that the anime got stopped, but they made countless movies and spinoffs and like it's like
Right.
apparently
So to be fair, we could be completely wrong. It may not have gotten canceled. They may have only wanted the one anime. Then they're like, you know what? We can do this as a movie rather.
I mean,
Like,
they could've-
we don't-
But
we
I'm
don't-
like, I'm just surprised they touched so much on the live actions, like, because I'm like,
Yeah.
what, this is a demon like slaying, like, so it's like live action Japanese demon slaying, and I mean, I've seen Attack on Titan.
I know. I want to find them because I definitely want to watch those too. Because I think, especially if it has a lot of action, like I would love to see the scene like in this last episode. See those live action.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That
Like,
would have been dope.
so I mean, yeah, that's what I'm surprised they dive so hard into the live action of it. I wonder if there's a live action one because you said it just dropped. I think the last one was like 2017. I wonder if that's on Netflix.
That's what I'm gonna assume, or at least hope. I was gonna check those, especially once we finish this, and as we start getting to the point of figuring out what's next to watch,
Right.
and going there. I do want to keep along the same lines of like the horror.
Yeah.
Just even though Halloween month to be over, it's still something that
Yeah.
I'm always interested in. Like it doesn't need to be October for me to watch something horror.
Oh, I mean, that's all right.
So, I mean, do y'all have any lasting thoughts of these last two episodes, or what we know from going to the next ones?
No, right now I'm just excited for 6.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see these next two episodes because I really feel like we got the early filler out the way, and I feel like now we finna get into the shit. And yeah, I'm ready to
That's
see.
fair.
what
I
the
mean, yeah, I got pretty much the same. I
Yeah.
really do
Yeah.
feel like we saw
Like-
3.5 episods of filler, started getting some action, and
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be out of the woods with that now.
Yeah, because I mean, we got some depth. I mean, I like how they're drawing. Like it gives you some.
That's one thing we didn't talk about. I do want to talk. We went into the story, the artwork of it all. We didn't talk about that.
I mean, it has its moments.
No, I
I've
like
definitely
it.
seen some weak drawing scenes. Like they definitely have some like some distance
Like there was
drawing
some other
scenes,
artists
like,
right there. Like them.
You know what I'm
wasn't the
saying?
same
But I
But
mean,
I mean, like the
but
action
overall,
scenes are
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
dope. Like,
yeah, I mean, I like the tone. Like I said, like the death. Like I mean, it's Attack on Titan feeling. Like seeing the ego rip apart the people and the guys. And all,
Yeah.
like that was like. I mean, that's if I'm want to watch some demons or horror. That's the kind of like actual like action I want to see. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they are ripping things, especially if it's gonna be monsters. Like I want to see. That's why I was like, it's so crazy that she ain't got really damaged yet. Cause like.
I mean, the acid was probably the most damage we got. I mean, she's getting internal injuries because she coughed up blood.
I was saying, cause she do be taking some
She
hits.
be taking some hits.
Some punch.
But I mean, I like how brutal some of these monsters are. Like fam, like we were talking about fam who got slammed like a spades card.
Yeah, he
Like,
was
he
mad.
He got
disrespectful for that.
he
Dude,
got slammed. I mean, she got skipped like a rock across the water.
Mm-hmm. And
So,
slammed
yeah.
on the roof of some on
Yeah,
the
got
house.
slammed to the
Got
roof.
slammed to
Like,
the roof. Like,
so
she be taking damage, bro. It's just
the art
she just
and-
keep coming back.
the art of like the actual action is there.
It's
Yeah.
dope. It's dope.
I think
It give me Kill I Kill vibes.
Yeah, that too. I can see that. Yeah,
Give me Kill I Kill vibes.
yeah, I can see that in the artwork.
Yeah.
I like that.
I feel like the art of I want to see like how the action is in the intro, the art like that. Like in the intro,
Yeah, they haven't did all that yet.
like
But you know
she
the
be
intro.
flipping, but she be doing like
That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's gonna be the episodes. Watch. You gonna see all
that's
shit.
full
in the
power
last
red
season.
eyes,
Right.
man. I'm like, that's when she just go right on that
That's
red eye.
mastered red eye right
Right.
there. That's mastered red eye right there.
All right. Well, I mean, like I said, I don't think there was too much with these episodes
No.
to really be able to
But
talk
these
about.
these next two episodes are gonna be.
I think,
the shit.
I do
Yeah.
think that episode 5 and 6 are going to be the ones that really kick everything
Oh,
into
yeah.
high gear.
Yeah. Especially 6. 6 like it's gonna
Yeah,
be nuts.
6. I mean, we know for sure that somebody's going to die.
Yeah.
Somebody close to her.
Y'all got any predictions on who y'all think it is?
It has to be one of the twins.
Yeah, I
One
think
of the
it's one of the twins. I think it's probably gonna be both of the twins. Honestly,
I mean,
I could see
based
it being
off
both
of-
the twins,
based
too.
off of the whole full synopsis of her shadow coming to life, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I definitely, it's got to be one of the two. They
Do-
seem to be the most animated of everybody.
Do y'all think her dad's gonna die anytime in the show?
in the show.
Right. In these 12 episodes, do you think he's gonna die, or is that gonna be like one of the movies?
I think that's a movie.
I think if he dies, it'll be like right at the end.
Type shit.
Right at the end.
Like cliffhanger leading into
Yeah, because it would be because right now the father is the only like guide for her.
Yeah.
So she's gonna have to be very successful using like we don't know what's finna happen, like the actual catalyst, what's finna happen first.
Right.
So he's gonna have to guide her through that for a second. And so they realize, like, who the fuck telling her all this shit? You know what I'm saying? And then that's when they gonna kill dude.
Do you
It's
think
like
the dog comes back or has more of like?
I saw the
I
dog.
think so because I seen him in one of the little
but
thumbnails. So I feel like
I think the dog is actually a person though. We gonna
I feel like he gonna transform. It's gonna be somebody close to her too. It's gonna be somebody she already know.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be somebody she already know.
She's
gonna fuck around be dude with the glasses.
The dog could be the damn cafe dude.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
when she
Cafe
leaves,
dude
she like
with
I gotta
glasses
be on this dog, keep an eye on her. Like,
Right. I guess just pure like. Do you think what do you think happens with the dude who likes her? I'm just curious.
Wait, the dark haired one or the one who work at the thing?
No, the one who
the dark hair
the
one-
one who be trying
Fam,
trying
nothing.
his hardest.
nothing, fam.
Do you think he?
I'm hoping he don't die, but I think he gonna definitely be a nuisance to her at some point.
I just
Like they gonna be stuck together, and he gonna try to protect her, and it's like, fam, you ain't even got the strength. Like, get out of here.
Right.
Like,
Like,
get there.
she got this covered. You good?
Yeah.
like,
Like,
I'm just curious because it's like is he because he plays that character like. I'm trying to think. Like, if we were talking Inuyasha, he plays like the Hojo character from Inuyasha.
Oh, okay.
So-
okay, I see exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
So it's like, I'm just curious. Does he have any other roles? Or he's just gonna be this entire time just trying to shoot his
Just
shot.
trying to shoot a shot.
Yeah.
I can't even say his shots are missing. They go up and it's just
that's what I'm saying. Like, he gonna get hurt though, and he gonna
he
really
get
be
fouled
like,
or some
he
shit.
gonna really be like, Saya, listen to me.
No, it's
You
one of
know
them.
what I'm
It's
saying?
one of them where it's like these shots don't count because it's not in the game.
Right,
It's like during
he
practice.
he's
like,
shooting his shot, and she like, oh, the game ain't start yet.
Like this is nothing but layup
you
line
in the
before the
layup
game
line.
start. Right, like this
He
is
in
nothing
the
but the
layup
layup
line.
line. Right,
like,
this ain't nothing but catch and shoot. Just practicing until the game start. Like you still got 10 minutes to go. They blasting trap music in the arena stadium.
People still seated.
Right, like niggas still at the concession stands and shit, getting their shit before all this shit pop off. But no, I'm excited.
yeah, I'm really excited for 5 and 6. I'm for sure. I'm. If they don't go the way we expecting, that's where we gotta really.
Yeah, the show done after this.
That's when mid-season check going real life.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, what we doing?
If we don't get an ounce of what we're talking about in these next 2 episodes, bro, this show's done.
That's where mid-season check gonna be like, all right, guys, we gotta call it audible.
We're done. Like we're done. Like we just gonna say that one was canceled mid-season, and just go find something else.
But yeah, I think we had a good wrap up of what we could talk about with these episodes.
Yeah.
Right, they didn't give us a lot, so it was like, yeah,
it's really tough when you don't like I said, when it seems like everything is filler.
Right.
But I really hope that you enjoyed our banter, our sort of, I guess, I don't even know what to call it, just our fucking misgivings about the episodes, just thinking like, what the fuck are we doing?
The misgivings round table.
Yeah.
Right, look at that.
The doubts that we had.
Right. Trying to connect them.
Right. So, but this has been another wonderful episode of the Geekset Rewind. Again, I'm your host, Didge. You got my man's Big Mike, Bacardi.
What's going on?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at DidgeD. You can find Big Mike.
You can find me on Facebook, Mikey Nardo DiCaprio. I am Mikey Nardo on Twitter.
Facebook ain't giving out.
You know. So.
Facebook is a no-go for me. You can find Bacardi at...
you can find me on Bacardi and Cola on Instagram. That's pretty much the best place you can find me at.
Damn, you don't use your Twitter? I think it's... matter of
I
fact,
think him and Lib had that conversation that damn fucking
It's Bacardi
Twitter,
151. I had to add it to the description, so I know it. It's Mr. Bacardi 151.
Twitter, Mr. Bacardi 151. I still don't really know how to use it. Like, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Add me. Maybe that's what it is. I need more people to follow me.
I
you
mean,
need more interaction. That's all.
You can find Geekset at Geekset Podcast on all platforms.
Yes,
if you're looking for Big Mike, you can find NWO Podcast at NWO Podcast on Twitter, NWO_podcast on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Boom. Again, this has been a great episode of Geekset Rewind. Till next time.
Check us.
Peace.